Mao Zedong, also known as Chairman Mao, was a Chinese communist revolutionary who became the founding father of the People's Republic of China, which he ruled as the chairman of the Communist Party of China from its establishment in 1949 until his death in 1976. His life and legacy are complex and multifaceted, shaping the course of China's history in the 20th century. Born on December 26, 1893, in the small village of Shaoshan in Hunan province, China. He came from a relatively affluent peasant family. He received a traditional Chinese education and later studied at a modern school in Changsha, the provincial capital. Influenced by the political and social changes of his time, Mao became an activist during his teenage years and joined the burgeoning nationalist movement against the imperial Qing dynasty. After moving to Beijing in 1918, Mao was exposed to Marxist ideas and became a founding member of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, in 1921. During the early years of the CCP, Mao was involved in organizing labor unions and peasant movements. Mao Zedong's reign began in 1949, marking the start of a series of radical changes. With the establishment of the People's Republic of China, Mao set forth to reshape the nation in his image. One of the first major shifts was the agrarian land reform. This policy aimed to abolish feudalism by redistributing land from wealthy landlords to the poorer peasants. This drastic move, controversial as it was, sought to level the economic playing field and was seen by many as an attempt to bring about social justice. Next came the first five-year plan in 1953. Much like its Soviet predecessor, it aimed to rapidly industrialize China. Mao's focus was on heavy industry, aiming to elevate China's status on the global stage. However, the human cost was substantial, with millions of lives uprooted in the process. These initial policies laid the groundwork for one of the most infamous events in Chinese history. In 1958, the Great Leap Forward campaign was launched, with devastating effects. This was an aggressive campaign initiated by Mao Zedong, driven by the vision of transforming China into a powerful industrial nation. The plan was to rapidly evolve the agriculture-based economy into an industrial powerhouse, through the creation of communes and the mobilization of labor. The underlying idea was simple, yet ambitious. Mao believed that by pooling resources and collective effort, China could expedite its industrial growth. The country was divided into numerous communes, each with thousands of people working relentlessly, producing steel in makeshift backyard furnaces. But the reality was far from the dream. The campaign was plagued with mismanagement and inefficiency. The backyard furnaces produced substandard steel, and the focus on industry led to a neglect of agriculture. The result was a catastrophic drop in food production. This ushered in the Great Chinese Famine, a period of extreme hardship and starvation. It's estimated that between 15 to 45 million people perished between 1959 and 1961, a death toll that stands as a stark reminder of the perils of unchecked ambition. The Great Leap Forward, a campaign born from a vision of progress, spiraled into a tragedy of epic proportions. It's a chilling testament to the fact that even the most well-intentioned plans can lead to disaster when not executed with foresight and pragmatism. The Great Leap Forward, though ambitious, led to one of the deadliest famines in history. Following the disaster of the Great Leap Forward, Mao initiated the Cultural Revolution in 1966. This was a socio-political movement with one primary goal: to preserve true communist ideology by purging remnants of capitalist and traditional elements from Chinese society. It was a decade-long period of political and social chaos, which further deepened the country's scars. Mao mobilized the Red Guards, mainly students and other young people who pledged their loyalty to him. They were given the authority to attack the so-called Four Olds: old ideas, old culture, old customs, and old habits. The Red Guards, full of revolutionary zeal, caused widespread destruction of cultural heritage sites, violently persecuted millions, and plunged the country into a state of anarchy. This period of radical upheaval not only tore apart the social fabric, but also severely disrupted the country's economy. The Cultural Revolution, like the Great Leap Forward, had a profound and lasting impact on China. So, what exactly is the legacy of Mao Zedong, a figure who instigated significant change yet also caused immense upheaval and loss? The response is not straightforward. It's deeply intertwined with the multifaceted narrative of modern China. Mao reigned for over 20 years, a period characterized by unmatched progress and an extremely high human price. Initiatives such as the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution, albeit intended for advancement and national unity, led to widespread famine, hardship, and death. Regardless of the catastrophic consequences, Mao's influence indisputable. He converted a war-ravaged China into a unified sovereign state, setting the foundation for the economic giant it has become today. The controversy over Mao's legacy continues, sparked by the contrast between his accomplishments and his failures. After his demise in 1976, China embarked on significant economic reforms under Deng Xiaoping, transitioning to a market-oriented economy while maintaining single-party rule.